All right, gang, welcome back to our Barker Family Farm series, and it is now March. Winter has passed. We've got some changes on the farm, some things we want to talk about. First things first, you can actually see here we put in a bit of a fence. Now, it's not a full extension fence, but just kind of wraps around the house here. Kind of keeps all of the machinery and everything away from that area. But there's also another reason why we have that there. Now, you might be asking, why else would you put it there? Well, we have a new animal on the farm. We've got a dog, and there he is way over there. Let's go talk to him real quick. See how he's doing. See if he lets us pet him or anything. So he's doing good, right? So I thought Shannon would enjoy having a dog around, so we'll go ahead and feed up Blaze here. That's his name. And yeah, he's going to run over here in a second, but he's been really helpful, I think. He's been helping keep her spirits up a little bit, and evidently he just decided to climb on the roof there. But anyway, so that's Blaze. So we got Blaze. We have this bit of a fence here, obviously, which we'll kind of see as we move along here. It ends just shortly. You can see it now. I was going to say it ends just shortly up here, but not too bad. We also have a small wind generator that I talked her into putting over here by the pond because I knew that would generate a little bit of money for us. And she was okay with it because it kind of looks more like an art piece than it does anything else. So we have a nice little wind generator there, which will produce some funds for us. It did rain a little bit, so you can see there's a bit more water here than normal. We'll head on up here. We've got some new stuff down here as well, and one will come into fruition pretty quickly. Now, you might be asking why I have the windrower. Well, I've decided to sell the windrower. I don't think we're going to utilize it anymore. We're not going to do any grass at all on this series, so we'll go ahead and sell it. And the first thing should be coming into view now, and now the second thing should be in view. So we have a windmill. Now, this is going to be a mill that we're going to be utilizing for a lot of our crop, more specifically to make flour. Pretty excited about that. It's already ready to go. We just need to actually have a harvest, and then we'll be able to put some stuff in there and start making some flour out of it. And then we also have a greenhouse. Now, it's just a relatively basic greenhouse, but we are making some lettuce out of that right now, so not too bad, right? Not too bad. So I've already sold some from the last couple of months, and we'll just kind of wait for some more pallets to spawn, and we can sell some more. But put it up here, right up here on the edge with the creek here for both of these. So I think they're in a good spot. I like where they are. That's pretty much it. The rest of the time was spent working on the house. I think the house is in a good spot now. It's in good shape. That Sharon can have a better chance of selling. The entire farm is one piece here with the house in a better spot. And that's kind of what we did there. We spent some effort there, and we're able to take care of that for her. So everything's pretty good now. So now it's just a matter of us getting some things here in the fields themselves, and then just prepping for the time when somebody comes to take a look at the farm, right? We'll probably have to give them a bit of a tour and etc. See if we can help her get this sold. And hopefully we keep it in the stance of a farm, as mentioned before. How's everyone doing today? I hope you're all doing well. We are making a good amount of money off the things that we've put down. The lettuce is making us a decent amount of money. That wind generator is producing somewhere between $5,000 and $6,000 a month for her, which I think is going to be very enticing to anybody who would want to purchase the land, because that's just a constant income for basically nothing, right? But yeah, we're going to sell this windrower. We haven't utilized it at all since I last left you, before we took our winter break here. So I just don't really think it's needed. So we're just going to go ahead and get rid of it. This is all cleared of course by Sharon, and she was perfectly fine with it, as normal. She has yet to say anything to me that she didn't want, with the exception of a couple of minor things like the little track that I put in front of the house there. She did like the idea of putting that partial fence there, so we went with that. Otherwise, she's been very open to any changes that I would want to make. So we're going to head on back here, and it is March, which means we can put oats in, and we're going to put oat in one of the one of the fields. I'm just not sure which one I want to do oats in. That's something we're going to have to kind of figure out. I'd like to do, I think, canola. Here, actually, let's just pull up the map. I'll show you what I'm talking about. I think I want to do canola in this field here, this bigger field. I'm thinking oat, we might do... I don't know. Maybe we should do corn down here. It would require us to buy... it would require us to buy a drill. But maybe we should do corn. When can we plant corn? Next month we can plant corn. Okay. All right. So I think I've got this sorted out. We're going to do corn in the big field here. We'll do canola here on this portion of that big field. And we'll put oat in one of these two. Maybe we do oat in both of them. Yeah, I think we do oat in both of them. I'll clear all of that with Sharon, obviously, but we're going to do oat in both of them. Now, full transparency here, this episode probably won't have a whole lot of role-play interaction. What I mean by that is trying to incorporate somebody else, whether it's my own voice trying to do that person's voice, which I'll probably do terrible at, or my wife or whoever it is, right? But we are going to start incorporating that in this series moving forward. Today, it won't be today. Possibly next episode. But it won't be today, and then whenever we have people, coming to look at the farm, I'm going to try to do some very basic incorporation of different voiceovers for different individuals. It's going to take some effort, for sure, for me to do that. I've never really done anything like that before in my life, so just bear with me for a second. We're not really talking about the series specifically. We're just talking about doing that that approach of different voiceovers and having different characters show up on the farm. So I'll do what I can to try to make it look and function properly, but again, it's going to be very loosely based, so don't expect it to be like a whole full production. Quite frankly, I don't really have the time to do it, unfortunately, although I'd love to. That's a lot of effort. It's a lot of editing more than anything. It's just the editing's the problem, really. Probably didn't need to purchase the seeds there, but since we have such so much money now, I mean, we're doing a really good shape here with money-wise, I figured I might as well just go ahead and top it off. Now, what I'd also like to do today is pay off a little bit of the loan. We have yet to do that. So we're going to spend a little bit of money because we just made a bunch from selling that windrower and get the... Ooh, we just slid all over the place. And we'll get the loan paid off a little bit today. I don't know how much we'll pay off on it. Maybe 50 grand. That sounds like a reasonable amount. That should give us plenty to be able to buy a planter for corn. I think that's a reasonable amount. So let's get the oat out. Now, this drill does not do fertilizer, obviously, as you can clearly tell, so we're going to have to do that application as well. And let's zoom out a little bit here so we can actually see what we're doing, and we're underway. We'll go ahead and turn on the GPS here. And we are underway. So yeah, it's been a very productive winter season here on the farm. We've got a lot of new stuff. We had people come over here and help us out. Obviously, the windmill. I actually called up a couple friends of mine who, they don't specifically do any kind of windmill work, but they are very good at doing woodworking stuff. And while they didn't specifically help build it to the extent, they did help me kind of design it. And then I just called a company up who was able to take those designs and make it come to fruition for me. So I've got a lot of people to thank for that one. It did cost us, a pretty penny, but it was much cheaper than it would have been if I was to just call a company outright and have them do it for me without having at least do some preliminary work for them, right? Looks like this tractor's going to need some gas soon. I probably should have got that gas while I was up there. As a matter of fact, I don't even know where the gas station is here. I'm going to have to take a look at that. You would think I know where it is, but I don't even remember where it is. Things have changed so much around this area here in Ohio that I don't even remember where it is. I would assume it's up there. Okay, quick autosave, and then maybe we can try to find it. Yeah, it's right up there. Well, unless that's just electric. No, it looks like a regular gas pump. So that's fine. We'll go up there and check that out later on. Nothing really on the used market for us, unfortunately. So I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and get the payment ready here. I'm just going to utilize it here in our menu, and then Sharon can take care of it whenever she wants to. Let's see. Repay. Okay, we're down to $200,000 on the loan now for us. We were able to pay off 50 grand right there. It might have been a little less than 50 grand. I don't really remember how much was there. I thought it was 250 that she had a loan, but it might have been less than that. I don't know. Maybe she made a couple payments on it as well that I'm unaware of. Good to be back, man. Good to be back and hanging out with all of you and showing you the farm and getting things together. Did some further research, actually. So the tractor that Sharon said she's going to let me keep. I was talking about this a while ago on this series. How maybe we would look into getting a front loader for it and maybe getting rid of the Volvo, right, and making some more money that way. As it turns out, I thought we could get a front loader for that International tractor. It is not possible. It is not compatible with a front loader. So, if we're going to get a front loader, it's going to have to be put on this case here, which is fine. It's just this isn't the one specifically that we were planning on taking. Maybe that'll change our mind a little bit, right? As much as we like that old one, maybe... I mean, I said it, I think, at the beginning. Like, as much as we like the old one, this is probably the one to go with if we were going to go with one of the two. Right? Because this is a newer one. It's got a little bit more horsepower to it. It's got a better setup. Full GPS spec, etc. And it has the ability for us to put a front loader on it. But we're nowhere near that yet, so that'll come in time, right? We'll figure it out with time which one we decide to go with. If we stick with the one I really like, that one, or if we go with this one, which is probably the more logical choice. We'll figure that out. So I'll tell you what, let's get to work here. Let's get the oat put in, and I'm going to get both fields done, this one and the one over there. We'll see where we are as far as time goes then, and see if Sharon had anything else she wanted me to do today. But I told her that the oats was my biggest priority, and then just kind of showing you guys everything that has happened since we last left you due to the winter season. So let's get the oats done, and we'll take it from there. All right, well, we are nearly done here. I almost flipped the tractor there during the drilling. I kind of took the corner into the creek a little bit incorrectly there. Literally was right on the edge of flipping that all the way over. That would have been a disaster, but hopefully Sharon didn't see me do that. I don't think she could through the trees, but unless she was out for a walk, which she doesn't do very often anymore, unfortunately, since she's getting up there in age, but hopefully she didn't see that. Hopefully she doesn't have any cameras I don't know about. Otherwise, I might be getting yelled at for that one. Anyway, that is all done, so I'm going to go ahead and put that there. We're going to head back over to the farm here, or the farm, the main yard area here. So I'm going to go put this away. I'm going to go in and talk to Sharon and see if there's anything else she wants me specifically to get done today. If not, I'm not sure if we'll have anything else to do today or not. We'll take a look. There may be a few other minor things we can take care of today that I'm not really thinking about. Ooh, wait a minute. Is that a car there? I think there's somebody. I think somebody's here. There is somebody here. Who is that? I don't think that's one of the kids' cars unless they have another car that I'm not aware of, or maybe they got a new car. I better back this in here and better jump into the house and see what's going on. Yeah, that's not a car that I'm used to. It's a lizard of some sort. I don't remember that car from anybody on Sharon's side of the family. I better run inside and see what's going on. Okay, I was just in there for a minute. It actually is one of her kids in there, and it's not a very happy conversation that's going on in there. So I think I'm just gonna stay away for a little bit and see what comes of it. But all I can tell you is it was not a very pleasant conversation that was going on, and I don't really like the way that it was going. Hopefully Sharon will be willing to open up to me once that conversation is over and really tell me what it was all about, and maybe I can try to help. Maybe I shouldn't really get involved at all. I don't know. Either way, we're going to leave the episode at that point, gang, and hope for the best here, and we'll see what happens in the next month with all that's going on in the house right now. Thanks for watching. See you next time.